Hello everyone! I'm about 5 months out, pretty much exactly, from when I will be moving to Japan. On Monday of this week, today is Thursday, I received my acceptance letter through Gogo Nihon for the language school that I applied to. And now I'm just waiting for my certificate of eligibility, which should come here in a few months, and just mentally preparing myself for the big move. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
So just a bit of background on how the application process, how long it took. With Gogo Nihon, I actually started my application in February. The due date for the October start was April the 10th, and I had submitted all of my paperwork and everything and made all the changes that they asked me to make through the portal. Probably by like April 8th or 9th. They sent me a message around the 10th of April and let me know that they had officially submitted it to the school. Everything looked good. The guy that helped me was very helpful with everything. He was good at explaining things, because there was definitely some paperwork that I was just like, I don't know what you want. Like, what?
Hey everyone! So I just want to check in. Right now we are about 3.5 months out-ish, and I did recently book my ticket. So my flight path is going to be leaving from the local airport. I'm going to Detroit, Michigan airport, and then I'm going straight from there all the way to Haneda International Airport. It is currently nearing the end of July. And I'm sure if you're seeing this, whenever you're seeing this, you know what's going on in 2020. So I've been keeping an eye on that. It doesn't look right now like I will be able to go in October like I planned. So I'm hoping for January. Again, crossing my fingers for that. I will keep you guys updated, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hey everyone! So I am about a month out from leaving the country, and I am sending my paperwork in. I am 6 hours away from my designated consulate, Japanese consulate, so I'm going to be sending mine through the mail. And there are a few requirements. So the forms that I had to sign, there was an actual visa application. It's really easy to fill out. You can actually just look up how to fill it out online. There are some examples that show you how to fill it out. Obviously, you don't want to leave anything blank. You need to put an A on things if there's like nothing to put in there. Then I had to have 2 copies of the pledge from my school, my certificate of eligibility that I received in the mail earlier this year, and I also have my passport in there because that's where they actually put the visa. And then also a basically a release form releasing them from liability if obviously like my stuff gets lost in the mail, because then my passport would be lost. Hopefully that does not happen. So I made it all in one piece. I'm exhausted, but I'm in the hotel, crushingly tired because I've been up for almost 24 hours. So I think I'm gonna go to bed. So it is the next morning now, and I'm awake and rested and fed. I couldn't get breakfast because I don't really know if I'm supposed to go downstairs to eat breakfast with people. So I just waited until I could get food from the kombini, which is like right next to the hotel. So I got like a whole bunch of kombini food. I'll probably eat that with you guys some today. Got a lot of really cool food, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I love eating so much. Does it say something about me that I'm most excited about all the food that I got at the kombini, the convenience store? Probably. don't know if it's a good thing, but I'm excited. That's what matters. So the trip was exhausting, obviously. As you saw, I had about a 45-minute trip from my airport to Detroit. I was there for about 2 hours, and then I had a 13-hour flight from Detroit to Haneda International Airport, and it wasn't that bad. I've never flown before, so I was not used to the sensations. I'm used to the ear popping because I've driven like through mountains before, and you know that happens with the change in altitude, but I'd never experienced motion sickness before because I'm not a boat person either. I've never really been on a boat, so really the only thing I could have gotten a motion sickness from is a car, and that doesn't really do that for me. So when we were coming down, we were descending into Haneda, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna vom. Luckily I didn't, I was fine, but like anytime I looked outside for some reason, like, and the feeling of the movement of the turbulence made me feel so sick to my stomach. But I made it. No bodily things happened, thankfully. Like I said, the 13-hour flight wasn't that bad. I slept a little bit, mainly just like dozing because I was so excited it was hard for me to sleep. Once I got to the airport, they had us all the people that came off the plane funneled through this like 2-mile long trek through different stop points through the airport for like all the paperwork we had to do and the testing, the COVID testing, and then all of our forms that had to be turned in, like customs form, immigration forms, work forms, all kinds of stuff. I got my residence card at the immigration stop, and pretty much everything went really smoothly. Honestly, surprisingly, the quickest thing to get through was customs. I literally just gave them the sheet that I filled out on the plane, because they give you like paperwork to fill out on the plane, and they asked me for like a piece of paperwork, another piece of paperwork, I can't remember what it was, but then they were just like, okay, bye. So it was like literally 30 seconds and I was done. It was like the shortest thing of the whole time. The testing was a little weird because it was saliva test. So they gave us like a tube, and then they put a funnel. They have like a plastic funnel you put in the top, and then you just like go into this little like stall area, and you just face the wall so people aren't staring at you and spit into it. But the thing is that you're not allowed to drink or eat or gargle at all for like, they didn't want you to do it within an hour of testing. And they told us that when we were on the airplane about to get off, like, don't do that because you're not allowed to do that before you get the test done. So it's like, your mouth is so dry. I'm like, it's so hard to get any saliva out. But yeah, I sat there, I probably was there spitting into that thing for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then there was enough there to actually turn it in and move on to the next thing. So that is done. And so obviously it came back negative. Yeah, I think we waited about an hour for those test results, somewhere around there, and then after that we could leave. We landed at 3:40 p.m. and I was out of the airport and in my charter vehicle by what time was it? Like 6:20. So like a little over 2.5 hours is how long it took. Not bad, I don't think. It was pretty simple. I really didn't feel, even though I'm not great at Japanese, I know enough to get by, but they knew enough English that we could communicate effectively and get things done. So, and then once I got into the car, my charter driver took me to my hotel, which took about 20 minutes. And then once I got here, I came in. This was difficult because the staff here, they do have English speaking staff, but you know, they may not always be here on the day that you come. So it was a little difficult. They knew a little bit of English and I knew a little bit of Japanese, and luckily one of the people here had a translator app and I had one too, so we could translate and like kind of say what we needed to say. And they had me fill out a form basically that said like that I haven't had any symptoms, and signing off that I would come down and get my temperature checked every day, which I did that this morning. It was easy. I just went down before I went by the conveni and had them check my temperature, and then I went to the convenience store and came back. They're very nice. They just asked that I not hang out in the lobby or anything any more than I have to, which I understand. Good experience. I'll probably give a tour of the hotel room soon. There's not much to tour because it's tiny, but